Alright, my ninjas, what's up? Majin and here again, and it's time for the second NFL prediction video. Right now, for this video, we're going to finish off the AFC with the two of the most elite teams in the AFC right now and possibly in the league. You know, the Kansas City Chiefs, led by Mahomes Magic, Patrick Magic Mahomes, one of the great baby goat, one of the greatest QBs in this generation versus the Bills Mafia. The Buffalo Bills led by Josh Allen, another breakout QB star. So it's going to be a really fun experience. The battle of the arms. The battle of the arms. Since they both have really good arm strength and stuff. You know, this this game can possibly determine who wins the AFC in general, the AFC conference. So let's get it. We'll do team comparison. Kansas City Chiefs, not much to say about them if you're a football team fan. One of the top teams in the leagues, have one of the most dynamic offenses ever, and it's just unfair sometimes with Patrick Mahomes and his weapons. However, their defense is a different story. While their offense is more strong. I don't know how I look with this. Their defense has had its up and downs. Their pass rush, their defensive line is their strongest point, led by Frank Clark and Chris Jones. Pretty heavy hitters. Pretty good pass rush. Their linebacker unit is meh. And their DB unit is not super bad, especially with their with their strong safety or free safety. I don't know which one he is. Tyrann Mathieu leading charge. It's not bad defense. And let's get to the weapons. You know Patrick Mahomes, GOAT, Mahomes Magic can do anything. The no-look pass, running for his life, all those bombs. He's Mahomes this is this generation's premier QB. He's had his ups and downs this season because people are a little bit more prepared for Mahomes' magic, and he can't just force it all the time. So he's learned how to just like take the check down and make magic happen out of not so big plays, turn small plays into big plays. Still really good, and he's been showing it. And let's go to receiving core. The receiving core is led by Tyreek Hill, one of the fastest or possibly the fastest receiver in the league. So fast and has such high big play ability that he has to be double teamed often, or he's always double teamed. Because if you guard him one on one, it's asking for him to score on you. He's dangerously fast. Other noticeable receivers on the team include Mecole Hardman, who Kansas City was trying to make into the next Tyreek Hill due to his own speed and everything, but that's not working. Josh, very legendary veteran receiver and a frequent visitor of the Mile High Club, Josh Allen. No, I meant Josh Gordon. Very talented receiver during his time in Cleveland. Did not work out due to constantly getting suspended for violating the wellness policy of the NFL. But he didn't become like a super weapon either. The breakout receiver coming from the Chiefs besides Tyreek Hill is Byron Pringle. Yes, like the Pringles stuff. Pringle has been Mahomes. I've been noticing this in other like fantasy football people or just sports fans, Chiefs fans have been noticing this, but Mahomes has been targeting Pringle a lot. So he sees something in Pringle that not much people have been seeing lately. And Pringle's been surprisingly living up to his expectations. He knows that if Mahomes targets you, you have to do well. And he's been shown to be a hard worker and show he might be the team's second go-to receiver. He's been having a breakout season so far. Now let's get on to the tight ends. We all know Mr. Wonderful himself, Mr. Fantastic, the best tight end in the league currently. Cincy Swole. He's not from Cincy. He played for us though. Played for UC, so that's pretty cool. Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce. He always can't do it. Just Mr. Swaggy himself. Best tight end in the league. So good that he led every receiver and tight end, not just tight ends, like receivers in general, in receiving yards last. He was the receiving yard leader last season. He hasn't had like the super best season, but he's been killing it still. He's still Mahomes, one of Mahomes' favorite targets besides Tyreek Hill. Fast don't lie, and he may not be super fast, but he's elusive and he makes the clutch catches. So yeah, it's still amazing tight end. And as for the running game, at first you expected Clyde Edwards-Helaire, their second-year running back, who had a pretty decent season, to be the de facto lead running back, but injuries and fallen production have kind of been keeping his spot a little shaky. So we look at the others running backs. Darrell Williams has been in the team for a while, and he's been having one of the best seasons ever, especially when Clyde Edwards-Helaire was injured. He's someone to watch. He's a decent sized back and a hard runner. And then there's Derek Gore, a big surprise for the Chiefs. Gore. If you've seen WWE, Gore is a hard runner, and he's been making every use of his opportunities. He's a player to watch in the future, especially if one of the running backs go down. So now we go to the Bills Mafia. The Bills Mafia jump on the table like WWE style. Dudley Boys, Team 3D, if you know them from, like, Devon, get the tables. You know. Anyways, we have Josh Allen, part of that amazing 2018 NFL draft class of QBs with Baker Mayfield, Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, and Lamar Jackson. Only two of them became only two of them became like, well, three if you count Baker, but Baker's that's a different story. Yeah, only two of them have become like stars in this league, and it's Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, former MVP and just one of the most dynamic players. Lamar has just been killing it, but Josh Allen has MVP level talent too. He's one of the biggest surprises. He's always shown his athleticism throughout his early seasons, but his passing game was awful his first two seasons in the league. But by his third season, he became one of the league's best passers. Like, strong arm, his accuracy improved by a lot. He was having an MVP caliber season. Josh Allen is a QB to watch and a very dangerous QB to go against for any team, especially a team with a weak defense. And now let's go to his weapons. His lead receiver, they have a decent receiving core, but his lead receiver is former Vikings standout receiver and a pretty capable one indeed. STEFFON Diggs. Diggs is an elite caliber receiver and he really brought out the best in Josh Allen's passing game, and Josh Allen brought out the best in his receiving game. They are a true duo. And in this season recently, they recruited veteran receiver Emmanuel Sanders. He's been having a decent season, not been to really look at, but he's a good weapon to have for Josh Allen. And now let's go to the other two. Gabriel Davis, a receiver also having a breakout season. Very capable young receiver, and it's going to be one of Josh Allen's top weapons for years to come. And we have Cole Beasley. Whether you like his stance on vaccines or not, Beasley has been one of the most reliable slot receivers in the league. He was underappreciated with the Cowboys, and when he came to the Bills, he became one of the Bills' top receiving weapons. He's capable, especially when the top weapons are being dealt with. So Cole, no vaccine, Beasley, a favorite player of mine. I don't agree with the same views of vaccines he has, but I do enjoy when he plays. And tight ends, we got Dawson Knox. This season was Dawson Knox's breakthrough season. Man had the best season in his career and became one of Josh Allen's like true go-to weapons. He even moved up in the tight end hierarchy. He's Hard Knocks has been killing it. I mean, he's no Travis Kelce yet, but he's definitely established a place in the tight end food chain. Running back, the messiest area for the Bills until the late second half of the season. They have Devin Swift Singletary, who is a pretty fast SOB, but he rarely sees the end zone. He gets what he lacks in touchdowns, he makes up for in yardage. He's a he's a yard machine. He is a good rusher, very capable, and I think he's the lead running back. He's going to do his best to live up to his potential. And then we had Zach Moss, a power back who's decent in the receiving game, who they brought to light a fire in Devin Singletary's ass. He's had really good moments, but the split between these two makes it very frustrating for not just fantasy owners but other Bills fans because they can't just see Josh Allen rushing all the time because that can get him hurt. Then we go to the defense. The Bills' almighty defense. Rookie Greg Rousseau's been having a great season. We have Tremaine Edwards killing it. Micah Hyde and Jason Poyer. Very good. That Bills defense is their bread and butter. So it's so now we go to their best player, Davis White, is out due to a torn ACL. Bummer, because he would have strained that defense even more. Now the tail of the tape. QB wise, this is a little tough, and this is one of the few times that I will slightly go against Mahomes because Josh Allen is going against a weaker defense, and he can make those people pay, make those defenses pay. However, unlike Mahomes, Allen has had the tendency to like collapse against weaker defenses. Like he threw 3 picks against Atlanta, and he had the worst game of his life against Jacksonville. It's he's known to collapse and like fall apart against weaker defenses. Now receiving core, I will give this to the Bills as well because the Bills have a better Bills. While they have STEFFON, they also have more established and better receivers. Gabriel Davis is shown to be An established young man, Emmanuel Sanders, is a way established veteran. He's proven himself time and time, and Beasley's one of the best slot receivers in the game. They don't have receivers equivalent to that level with Kansas City besides Tyreek Hill. In fact, Tyreek Hill is like the only established super receiving weapon there. So that says something about that. So I give that to Buffalo. Running back wise, that's tough because both teams have struggled to run lately. But Kansas City actually has a decent run. It's not. I'll give this to Kansas City because Buffalo just recently found a stride with its run. So Kansas City is more experienced and better with the run. So I'll give them that. And as for tight ends, Kelsey, without doubt. This was a little tougher because of Dawson Knox's rise, but Kelsey's the best tight end in the league. He's can't not choose Kelsey. Defense, and when it comes to defenses, Buffalo's defense outclasses Kansas City's. It's no debate. So now we get to who can possibly win this game. This is actually really, really hard because the Chiefs' amazing offense is going against one of the strongest defenses in the league, and Buffalo's already beaten Kansas City. I think I'll give this to Buffalo due to it being a shootout and Kansas City having the weaker defense. That's the only reason. Unless Kansas City's running game surprises us, but I believe this game will be a shootout. It'll be like 30 to 33 or 30 to 37 in the Bills' favor. It's going to be that one of those games. Anyways, that's my prediction. Bills Mafia might put Mahomes to the table. It's going to be a really